Grand rising, grand rising, everybody. Thank you for jumping on this wonderful Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. So as you jump on, do me a favor, type in your city and state. Let me know where you tuned in from. Today is the day that we broadcast on all four of our social media platforms. So if you guys have been following us and you've been checking out our schedule, then you know that Friday is the day that we actually go Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So we have a schedule that we broadcast different platforms every day. And if you guys have been missing us, that means that you are not following us on our social media platforms. Rock Hill on Instagram. How you doing, Linda? We got Daphne in Rural Hall, North Carolina. Okay, so do me a favor, guys. Did you jump on? Also, share the video wherever you're seeing this and whenever you see this broadcast. It's not going to be a long broadcast because I want everybody to be able to see this again on YouTube. And if it's too long, then people are not going to watch it. Um, we have a we have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is the blanks spot. Our Instagram is the blanks spot. Our TikTok is the blank spot, and our Facebook page is the blank spot dash TBS. And then we also have a Facebook group that is the blank spot sublimation group. So my name is Eric, and I'm broadcasting not in my warehouse, but I'm broadcasting in a different location. So I can't show you guys any examples of what I'm going to talk about. I'm doing well, thank you, appreciate you. I can't show you any examples of what I'm going to be talking about this morning. So it's going to be more of a short tutorial, a educational piece, hopefully a reminder of things that you can do to actually build your business. So we're talking about outsourcing to build your business this morning. So when you go and say, hey, you know what, I have a question or I missed it, you can definitely go back on the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube, and actually watch the video again. Like I said, it's not going to be a long video. It's going to be precise and to the point. So you just started in your apparel business. You're just getting started in your t-shirt business. You're just getting started in your crafting, and you don't know what to do. You don't know where to get started. You don't know how to get started. You've listened to all these different people in all these different groups. You don't know who to follow. You don't know, who to trust. Does that sound familiar? It should, because that's lots of people who are just getting started. That's lots of new people. That's the story for lots of new people who just getting started. They don't know where to get started. They don't know what equipment to purchase. They don't know who to trust. They don't know who to follow. And some of us stumble upon these groups looking for support, looking for answers, looking for the blue or the red, looking for the quick fix. Let's just get this out the way. There's no quick fix. There's no blue pill, and the answers that you're looking for, they do exist, but they don't always um, work for everybody. I can tell you what I did to get started. I can tell you what we did to get started. But just because I tell you and show you exactly what we did step by step, that doesn't mean one that you're going to have the ability or the will to do it. That doesn't mean that you're going to have the resources financially to do it. That doesn't mean that it's going to work for you and your market. Doesn't mean that. So you're going to have to do something called research. And that's a word that a lot of people don't like to do. They only like to hear that word, research. What type of press should I use? Because whether you're doing no matter what transfer that you're using for your apparel, no matter what transfer you're using for your apparel, you're going to need some type of press. What type of press should I use? If you're going to be printing or cutting, what type of machinery do I need? Can't tell you that. You're going to have to do your own research. And that's nothing short of what business owners do. So if you're going to be a business owner, if you're going to use this as a side hustle to make more money, or even if you're doing it as just a hobby, you're going to want to know what to do as far as how to get started. So now it's a different thing when you decide to use somebody else's services to start your operation. Now we could talk about that. We could talk about using somebody else's services to help start your operation. Hey, Valerie Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. Valerie's coming from Lansing, Illinois. Thank you. We can definitely talk about that because we provide the blank spot provides a service. One of the services that we provide is a printing service. And that printing service involves sublimation blanks. Excuse me, it's for sublimation blanks, excuse me, sublimation transfers. Um, so if you're doing sublimation, you can actually ask us these questions because we provide that service. The question that you have to ask yourself is, am I going to be the lone wolf? Am I going to be the independent person and do everything by myself when I just get started? We also have a DTF connection. We have an outsourced a company that we outsource our DTF transfers to. So we can help you on those levels if you decide that you want to outsource through us. Outsource to us. But we're going to focus today on outsourcing to build your business and what that really looks like. Okay. So you're new to the apparel business. Everybody wants to do some type of apparel, whether it is crew necks, um, hoodies, t-shirts, uh, any type of outfits or uniforms. Maybe people want to do some type of embroidery. I don't know. Whatever it is that you want to do, you want to do some apparel, but you don't have the machinery. You don't have the skill set. You don't have the know-how, and you want to get started. There's nothing wrong with using somebody else's transfer. There's nothing wrong with using somebody else's designs and somebody else's ideas. Let's just break this thing down for a minute. Now, this is not going to sit well with a lot of people. It's not going to sit well with a lot of people. But I want you to realize something. You're brand new. And if somebody else is already doing it and they're already making sales doing it, wouldn't it make sense to use some of what they have to get where you want to be? Case in point, everybody wants to be creative, and there's nothing wrong with that. Who am I to tell you not to be creative? Who am I not to tell you not to let your creative juices flow? Who am I? You should want to be creative. But in the infancy stages of your business, in the infancy stages of your operation, you're going to need some help. You're going to need some assistance. So if what the blanks spot is selling as far as sublimation transfers, if that is selling, why not? Why not utilize our transfers to start your business? Makes sense. Number one girl, or one girl, I'm sorry, one girl, you matter. Grand Rising. Thanks for jumping on the Instagram. So, guys, pause for a minute. We are a sublimation blanks and supply warehouse. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina. We provide different products and services. The one service that I'm talking about right now is our sublimation transfers. We do provide sublimation blanks as well. Um, that's if you're doing sublimation. If you're someone who wants to do um, cotton shirts, because sublimation is probably somebody who wants to do cotton shirts, we are going to start providing the cotton shirts as well, but also the transfers for the cotton shirt are going to be available or are available already on our website through our partners, through our affiliates. We're going to have some on our website as well. Thank you for the hearts. We're going to have some as well that you can use from our transfers. However, we're talking about learning how to set your pride aside because that's what it boils down to, right? It boils down to learning how to set your pride aside in order to start your business and begin to make money. Pride is a terrible thing. Doing so, many of us will stumble in the beginning because we're trying to do everything ourselves. We're trying to be that creative person. We're trying to be the person that learns the design software. We're trying to be the person that prints the designs. We're trying to be the person that comes up with all the different things. But let's just be honest. If something is already on the market and it's selling, why not get on that selling train and make some money? Does that kind of make sense to anybody? Does that resonate with you? So type in a number one. First of all, type in a number one if you're new to the platform. ANZ Grand Rising. Type in the number one if you're new to the platform. Any platforms, right? If you're new to our call, if you're new to this thing that we're doing, I'm 1 week in, y'all. I'm 1 week in to doing this. So type a number one if you're new here. Okay. Type a number, type a number one if you're new here. I'm looking for the number ones. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. Type a number two if you are new to your business. And it doesn't just have to be an apparel business. I'm talking about any business. All right. Type of number two if you're new to your business. When I say new, I'm talking about within the last 6 to 9 months. Within the last 6 to 9 months, you're just getting started. You're looking for things to do. You're looking for places to go. You're looking for reputable companies to help you get started. Type of number two if you're new to your business. The last 6 to 8 or 6 to 9 months. Now, for those of you who had an idea, I have an idea of what I want to do, but I just don't have the money to totally get started. So I'm going to shift back to sublimation for a minute. Sublimation is a science, it's an art, and sublimation involves several different things. However, the one thing that you're going to need to make sublimation work are sublimation transfers. We can hash out the other things later on, but you're going to need some quality sublimation transfers to make this thing work, right? So, in order to print sublimation transfers, you're going to need a sublimation printer. Now, you can take that how you want to take it. One time apparel, Grand Rising. You can take that how you want to take it. You're going to need a printer that prints sublimation. Now, there's two types of printers that you can use. You can use a printer that you converted to do sublimation, or you can use a printer that is a sublimation printer. They're two different things. The quality of the prints are going to come out differently. The colors are going to come out differently. You're going to see different results. Now, let's say that you decide to do it yourself and you just got started. Maybe you're working a full-time job as well. Maybe you're working a part-time job, but you just got started. That means that you need money to buy a printer. You're going to also need money to buy the sublimation paper. You're going to need money to buy the sublimation ink. And just because you're just now getting started, you may not have that many jobs to do, you may not have that many orders. So if you don't print often on your sublimation printer or any printer that has that it has print heads, the ink is flowing through. If you don't have that many jobs, what's going to happen? Your printer is going to clog up because you're not utilizing it enough. That may not be the best business move for somebody who's new to business. It can get expensive very quickly, very quickly. But for some reason, sometimes our pride won't let us outsource. Excuse me. We have to be fully involved. Just because you're outsourcing, that doesn't make you any less involved. As a matter of fact, because you're outsourcing, it makes you more business savvy. See, what you're doing is you're divvying out the responsibility of your business by networking with other business owners and trusting other business owners to help you to build your business and get it to where you want it to be. There are lots of qualified designers out there. It may cost you less. It may cost you less. As a matter of fact, I did the numbers before. It's going to cost you less per information per operation of your printer, whether it's the paper, the ink, the maintenance on the printer. It's going to cost you less than it would cost you to find a designer or to find someone who is selling transfers that you want. It's going to cost you less. And the when I say less, breaking down the cost of the prints, breaking down the cost of the designs, it's going to cost you less. Now, business owners are here to make great business decisions. Just so you guys know, if you're looking to be successful in business, you may be selling some of the same things that other business owners are selling. If you go to Wally World, if you go to Target, if you go to Macy's, if you go to Penny's, if you go to any department store, you're gonna find the same apparel. As a matter of fact, take this into consideration. Um, St. Patrick's Day is next month, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. There are green shirts on the shelves. There are green shirts on the hangers, on the coat racks, on the clothes racks, excuse me. These hangers are gonna have the same types of shirts. You're gonna see a shirt with a short man with a hat. You're gonna see a shirt with the clover. You're gonna see the shirt with the popular frappuccinos. You're gonna see the same different shirts. And you know what customers are gonna do? Customers are gonna go to those racks. They're gonna go to those shelves. They're gonna go to those department stores, and they're gonna grab them shirt. Guess what they're not looking for? When they go to those places, they're looking for custom shirts. They're not looking for custom hats. They're not looking for custom hoodies. They're looking for shirts that represent the thing that they wanna wear. But remember, we're just getting started, and we have this grand idea of how a business is supposed to look. Someone who's probably worked a job for the majority of our lives, we have this grand idea of how a business is supposed to look because we jumped into a group. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. Because we jumped into a group that told us or recommended to us or that sold us an idea that we should buy all these things for our business. Listen, guys, we're talking about outsourcing to other companies who are already established to build your business. Outsourcing, that's not a bad word. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Who created your designs? Who cares? Where'd you get the designs from? Well, I got it from the blank spot. I got them from True Print. I got them from a company that's already established. I went on their website. I chose some ready to ship designs and I started selling these designs. I have a story of a young lady back in December. I want to say November, December. She had a pop-up shop and she purchased some. She's from Louisiana. I remember this because we were live. And she purchased some faith transfers. She purchased our faith bundle. She got 12 11-inch sublimation transfers. 12. And she went to a pop-up shop. She got 12 11-inch sublimation transfers for $12. She went to her pop-up shop. She pressed her shirt and she sold out. She said it didn't take long for it to sell out. These were transfers that were already created. She didn't think about what she wanted. She didn't design them. She could have designed it and uploaded it and actually had us to print the game sheet. She just took something that she knew that her market was gonna want. You gotta think about it. You have to understand that people are ready to buy. But as business owners, you have to learn how to outsource. You have to understand the importance of outsourcing for your business. You're not gonna be able to do everything. You remember, most people who just getting started in business, most people are just getting started in business, they are so overwhelmed with all the things that they have to do that they don't think about all the cost and they don't add up all the costs. So now, for those who are just getting started, I now had to know a couple number twos that were just getting started within the last 6 to 8 or 6 to 9 months. How many of you actually are banging your head up against the wall trying to figure out the next best design? Be honest with yourself. If you're that person that's trying to figure out the next best design, if you're that person that's trying to figure out how to go viral instead of trying to make a sale, if you're that person that's trying to figure out how to blow up instead of trying to figure out how to start up, then maybe your focus is not in the right place. Maybe your focus is not in the right place. There are so many different ideas and opportunities out there. I just got to be honest with you. Nobody knows your business. Nobody knows you. And this may come as a shock or a surprise to you, but you're spending a lot of time trying to be so different that people really don't want different. People really don't want different. I'll use this for example. This is a Muhammad Ali shirt, okay? This is a Muhammad Ali shirt. This transfer came from True Prints. This is a DTF transfer. This is just an example. This is a DTF transfer. I know a lot of people who like Muhammad Ali. He had this he had this saying, "The greatest of all time," right? He was actually he was actually the original GOAT, I think, and a lot of people will buy this transfer and press this transfer to the shirt, or a lot of people will buy this transfer, buy this shirt. Now, if you think a lot of people will buy this shirt, why wouldn't you want to go and buy this transfer, press this transfer, and then sell this shirt? Why? Because it ain't your idea. Just I want to share something with you. You got to understand when you're talking about sublimation cups. I want to make sublimation cups. Okay, so we have several sublimation transfers in our inventory on our website. And if you guys don't know, we do have a website. Wherever you're following us from, wherever you're looking at us from, we are the blanks spot, and our website is theblanksspot.com. We're not just a TikTok shop seller. We're not just an Amazon seller. We're selling on YouTube. We have Facebook. We have Instagram. But our website is theblanksspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. We have several cups. We have several sublimation transfers for our tumblers, and you have to think about it. Grand Rise and Lisa, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. You have to think about it. You can create a you can create a demand by actually creating mock-ups. You can create a demand by creating mock-ups for your products, for your customers. Once again, you don't have to try to be that unique person. In the beginning, you want to be able to, it's almost like somebody saying, I want to start a brand. I want to start a clothing brand. I want to start an apparel brand. But I don't have the notoriety. I just got to say that nobody's really going to buy from us until they learn us. Nobody really started buying from us until we began to advertise us. And it took us some time to get ourselves out there. Before we were able to do that, we actually took designs that were already available and we began to sell those designs. Now, that may not, like I said, that may not sit well with a lot of people. But once you get established and you get your foot into the door and you start to build relationships and you start to deal with other customers and people start to trust you and believe in your product and believe in your work ethic, now people are going to start buying from you. Now people are going to be ready to invest in you. Grand Riser, thanks for jumping on. Now people are going to start to invest in your products and they're going to want to buy them. But now when you have to think about is if and even if you're just giving it to them, even if you decide to create something to give samples away, that's going to make a lot of difference as well. But you got to think about it. If you're There's different levels to what I'm talking about. Our business is we are suppliers, we're vendors, so you can't really compare what we're doing, what our affiliates True Prince are doing. I got to bring them in because they're actually shaking up this DTF thing. What happens is you got to understand that if people don't know you, they're not going to they're not going to do business with you. If people don't like you, they're not going to listen to you. As you begin to build a relationship, you can now sell your products. Once again, there's levels to this. Our level is a vendor or a supplier, but your level might be directly to the end user customer, which means you're making the product. You gotta figure out what your audience is going to be. You got to figure out how you're going to market to your audience, but you definitely want to make and take the time to be able to do that versus now I got to think about how to design. I got to think about how to create. I got to think about how I'm going to, print all these things. I'm saving. I'm so wrapped up in the consumer mindset from going from a job to slide into a business. I want to save money. That's all you hear people saying. I want to save money, but this is not what business is about. Business is not about saving money. It's about making better business decisions for your business and helping your business to grow. Now I see all the amens and I see all the, you're right, and I see all that, but just be mindful the next time you decide to make a purchase based off the strength of either I'm going to save money, I'm going to do it myself, I'm going to be super creative, I'm going to create this design that I'm going to go viral. The next time you think about that, remember this conversation. I'm not saying that you can't do that. Yes, it is a whole process. You have to crawl, you have to walk, and then you'll be able to run, and eventually you'll be flying. But as these companies are already established, building a network, becoming a part of a community, and understanding how these processes work. Once again, you're not going to get a lot of you're not going to get a lot of, I don't want to say support in the beginning. People are learning you. People are learning what you're doing. And just because you don't get the results that you want right off the bat, that doesn't mean you're supposed to stop. Maybe you're doing something incorrectly. Maybe you're not doing it um, to the best of it's. I don't want to say your ability, but maybe you're not doing it in order. Maybe you're doing it totally out of order. Maybe it's just not working because you are trying to do it just yourself. Outsourcing a piece of your business to somebody else who's already doing it and successful at doing it, it doesn't make you less of a business owner. It actually makes you smarter. Going out buying a printer, whether it's a sublimation printer or a DTF printer, and I can't talk much on DTF because I don't, I'm not well read on that, but it takes time. Every time you buy another piece of equipment, you have to stand behind that equipment. You have to be the person that operates that equipment. Unless you have a full-on staff, you're going to be the one doing all that. Now, once again, you got a full-time job. You got a whole household. You have a whole family. People are counting on you in other ways. And if you are not understanding how to outsource, now's the time. It's still early on in the year, 47, 48 days into the year. Go to our website, theblanksspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. Every time I come on here, I'm going to talk about how you can use our products to build your business. Now, that may sound biased, but this is our platform. What else do you think I'm going to be talking about? We have the option to purchase sublimation blanks, sublimation transfers, and DTF transfers on our page. Stop trying to do everything yourself and then complaining about it's just not working. Maybe it's not working because of the way that you're working it. I believe that everybody can have some forward progress in their operation. Just know that it's going to take time. So, guys, thank you for jumping on. You normally wouldn't get this on a Friday. I didn't expect this on a Friday, but I'm not in the warehouse. I would have given you some type of examples and shown you some of the transfers that we have. But you can definitely go back and review some of the YouTube videos that we have, and go back and look and see our transfers on our website and check out our quality. As a matter of fact, check out our products and see what you can use to improve and add value to your business. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Make sure you subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. It's The Blank Spot. Make sure you go and follow us on IG. Make sure you follow us on our Facebook business page, The Blank Spot TBS, and also on TikTok. We're going to be giving we're going to be on here every day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on each different platform. If you've missed us, that means you're not following us on our platforms. Our schedule is out there, and we will be on YouTube every day. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need to get our followers up. I'll see everybody at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.